A very warm welcome to the top three finishers of the FIA Formula One Spanish Grand Prix. In third place, Charles Leclerc. In second place, Lando Norris. And taking the seventh win of his Formula One career and his fifth of this 2025 campaign, our winner, Oscar Piastri. Oscar, a brilliant victory for you. There was a lot going on throughout that race. Just how difficult was it to manage from the cockpit?
Deodorant? No, use my own. No, it's chocolate flavored. Sorry, we're just discussing deodorant here. Yeah, you can get a better whiff if you want. Your question was managing it from the car. It was. I felt mostly under control. I think, I wasn't really expecting Max to try a 3-stop race, and I wasn't really expecting it to work almost work as well as it did either. So there was a bit going on at that point, definitely. And just with all the traffic and the blue flags as well, that made the race a bit more interesting than I wanted. But apart from, a few laps trying to get through the blue flags, I felt pretty much in control, and I could increase my pace when I needed to. So yeah, it was a really strong race and a strong weekend. I think we did a really good job of managing everything in that race. Sticking to our plan on strategy, not getting distracted by the 3-stop, really good pit stops. I think we just did a good job all around.
You say it's a very strong weekend. Would you say this is your strongest weekend in Formula One to date?
It's definitely up there. I don't know if it's the best one, but certainly it's been a strong one. It's pretty hard to complain with the results we've had this weekend, and I think more so than that, just the effort that's gone in. And analysing some of the things from last week that we could have done better. I think we've turned it around very nicely and got back to the form we wanted to be on, and that's what I'm very satisfied with this weekend, and definitely one of the strongest.
All right, very well done to you. Thank you, Oscar. Lando, let's come to you now. Great race as well. Talk us through the key moments for you.
To finish second? I'm not sure. I mean, obviously I got past Max quite quickly.
Lando, if we take it in chronological order then, Talk us through the start. You were 3 wide going into turn 1. How close did that get?
Were we? Yeah. I don't. I don't remember. So I just remember the lights going up pretty quickly, and obviously I was a little bit caught out by that. So, and then I couldn't get the slipstream. Whoa. Down a little bit. I don't like to hear myself. I just couldn't. Oscar didn't give me a slipstream down to turn 1, and it was a bit late by then. And then it was hard to commit into the braking of one. And Max got past, so it was a long race. I think we knew our pace was going to be strong, so I didn't need to do anything too risky into turn 1. But I don't think I lost out the race. I think Oscar drove a very good race today, and had a good day yesterday, and had the pace, to go with him, but not enough to try and catch up and put him under a threat. So.
Okay, look, very well done to you. Thank you. And Charles, let's come to you now. First, can you talk us through the moment you took P3 at the restart there?
Well, I mean, from the moment where I knew that Max was on a hard tire, I was like, okay, that's not a great tire to be on for the last 5 laps, especially if there's no saving or whatsoever. So I knew that it was a full attack for me and that there was an opportunity to finish on the podium. Max went with a lot of commitment in the last corner, lost the rear in exit, and then I was basically side by side, and I was very happy to take the 3rd place.
And then you touched on the pit straight. Max was very vocal on the radio saying you drove into him. What's your interpretation of what happened?
I mean, I probably would have been very vocal if it was the other way around as well, because you are fighting for the 3rd place, so you are just trying everything to get that 3rd place back. And I think he knew that on track it would be very difficult with the tires he was on. So, I mean, honestly, I don't have any particular feeling about it. There was nothing special. I overtook on the inside. He tried to squeeze me on the dirty side of the track. Then I had the upper hand because I had more speed because of the mistake he had done. And then I was trying to take the slipstream of the McLaren, went a tiny bit to the left. They didn't seem to want to move at all. And we touched a little bit, but there was nothing special.
All right, final one from me. You've now finished on the podium at Monaco and then here in Barcelona, two very different racetracks. How much confidence do you have in the car now that your ability to finish on the podium going forward?
Today we finished on the podium because we were lucky with the safety car. Otherwise, I think fourth was our position. So I don't think I have much more confidence in order to finish on the podium consistently, but yeah, we are getting there. I guess we start to understand the car, how we can set up it in order to extract the maximum out of it. But still, we need to go in quite extreme directions, which is not so nice to drive. So unless we have upgrades very soon, I think it's going to be difficult to be fighting regularly for podiums.
Okay, thank you for that. I'm going to open this to the floor. Can I ask for questions for Charles, first of all? He needs to leave in 5 minutes or so to go to see the steward. So questions for Charles first, please.
Jack Smith, Motorsport Monday, motorsportweek.com. Charles, you seem a little bit downcast last week after coming second in Monaco. Do you feel that under the circumstances, this is the podium you scored this season that is the most satisfactory?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm over the moon for a second or third place, but it still feels good because coming to the weekend, I did not expect that. But so didn't I last week as well in Monaco. I think, though, in Monaco, the disappointment was big because in FP1, FP2, FP3, we were very strong. It was not the case here. So we weren't strong in FP1, FP2, FP3 or qualifying. But I knew I had sacrificed quali yesterday in order to be strong in the race today. And it seems to pay off with a little bit of luck as well, gave us the podium. So on that, it's a good surprise. And I'm very happy about our weekend. But I'm not happy about our overall performance. And on that, we need to do a step soon.
Thanks for that. Any more for Charles? Yes, another one.
I actually wanted to ask a question for Oscar and Lando.
No, can we just quickly deal with Charles? Any more for Charles? Yeah. We'll come back to Oscar and Lando in a minute. Sorry, thanks for your patience.
Giuseppe Marino, Motori Online. Ciao, Charles. Congratulations. Did you expect a better race pace with the medium tires?
No, because the first medium was really good. I think the other medium wasn't great. The last medium wasn't great. I was trying to manage as much as possible because I knew I had to do a bit of a longer stint because all my competitors were going longer on the second stint to have a shorter third stint. So I was just trying to manage those tires. Yeah. So I had to compromise a little bit that last stint, but it's not like I expected to be super quick. I just thought that for our situation, it was the better way to go, and I think today's confirms it.
Charles, thank you very much. You can leave. You're off to see the stewards. Thank you for that. And let's now open this to any questions for Lando and Oscar, please.
Luke Smith from The Athletic. For both of you, could I get your views on Max Verstappen's move on George Russell towards the end of the race? Lando, I think you called it Mario Kart in the cool-down room. Oscar, and your thoughts as well.
Oscar told me he had some interesting opinions on it, so I'm going to pass straight over to him.
Teammates with you so fun. In all honesty, I don't fully get the context of what happened. It looked a bit strange. Like I thought he was giving the position back and then
Give the place back to George because of turn one.
okay.
Appeared to give the place back, and then that happened.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't really get what happened there. Like, I don't know if it was a misunderstanding, whether he didn't break, or I don't really know. So I think I need a bit more context on what happened, but obviously it was not exactly a small touch. So I don't have that much more, but it obviously didn't look great.
Lando, can we get your thoughts?
That's not what he said earlier, but Yeah, I don't, similar thing. I don't know what happened. I've not heard what Max has said, and I've not heard what George has said. So I don't think it's something for me to comment on for now.
Thanks both. Any more, please, for either of these two?
Limited to from Grande Premio, question for Oscar and Lando. Are there any tracks left where McLaren won't be as dominant?
Hope not.
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. I think Imola we probably expected to be a bit quicker than we were, and we got beaten. I'm spilling stuff everywhere. So yeah, I don't know. I think this weekend we were probably a bit quicker than we expected compared to Red Bull. I think we thought they would be a really genuine threat this weekend. I think they were with us in the race, but more through strategy, I guess, than pure pace. But it seemed like we had a little bit of an edge over them. So I don't know. There will be other tracks where our competitors get closer. There's probably going to be some where they're further away. I hope there's more where they're further away than closer, but I really don't know.
Lando, please.
No, I mean, I hope not, but the team are doing a very good job. We have a lot of good competition. There was a lot of complaints about our car, and they introduced this TD and changed nothing. The team have done a very good job to just give us a good all-round car, and the best car on the grid. So we're very proud to be able to go and drive those cars every weekend. So it's credit to the team that we have to give day in and day out, but like Oscar said, there's still places where we're vulnerable, and especially in the qualifying as it gets very close. Obviously, yesterday was the biggest margin of the year, but I think people seem to quickly forget how close the other qualifyings have been. They've been split by hundreds and thousands, and then there hasn't been smooth sailing for us in every single one. So I think that will be the case in future ones. But it's clear we just have the best car on average, and we still seem stronger in the race, although it's clear that the others are catching up. Our gaps in the race were probably a lot bigger in the beginning of the year than they are now. So I do think that our competitors are catching up, but we just need to keep our heads down and keep working hard.
Thanks both. Yeah, next please.
Hi, Maria from Car Magazine Brazil. Question to Lando. Lando, you're quite an advocate when it comes to mental health, and although today was a good day to McLaren, when we have bad days, I know that the critics on you are kind of hard, but I know that your worst enemy, your worst critic is yourself. How do you get your intrusive thoughts to shut up?
Yeah. That's tricky. I mean, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you don't, even when you want to be thinking of all the positives and things like that, But I think you just or what I've learned more to do is turn those thoughts into productive things, turn them into ways to improve, to understand things, and turn them into positive attributes, I guess, rather than letting them bring me down as much. But I think I don't know if it's all normal, but I'm sure it's just a lot of people have similar things. Everyone has those great days, everyone has bad days, but I don't need other people to tell me things. I have my own team, my own people around me who tell me when I'm doing good and when I'm not. And that's all I really need. I don't need other people, and I don't need to listen or look at anything else. I only care about those people who are closest to me, who understand me and know me. But also having them around, having a good team around me is probably one of the most important things, because I still have those trickier days. But the main thing is understanding them and learning how to turn them into productive, positive things.
Thank you. Any more? No more? We'll leave it there. Very well done to both of you. See you in Montreal. Thank you.
Yeah, we are at the end of the press conference of the post-race press conference of the Spanish Grand Prix. Firstly, I'm sorry for, as always, I'm sorry for the interrupting all of you at the right bottom of the video, and I must do it because, let's say, of the YouTube rules, and I just, as always, will try my best to give my opinions about the race, about the press conference, and the other things. Like until the last 6 laps was a little bit, let's say, tactic war at the Spanish Grand Prix, but at the last 6 laps, after the safety car, after the safety car, we had a lot of interesting and very stupid moments at the Spanish Grand Prix. But if I need to talk anything about the press conference, if you have watched yesterday's post-qualifying press conference video, my comments, I was saying that Oscar Piastri definitely will win this race, and Lando Norris maybe will make the same mistake as always that he is doing at the start of the race, and he just lost at the beginning of the race his position to the Max Verstappen, and also at the press conference he just was maybe kidding with Oscar Piastri that he didn't give him split stream at the race start, but like we know, Lando Norris is always making same mistakes at the beginning of the race, at the race start. Just Oscar Piastri very perfectly driven race, very perfectly controlled the race, and just he was a little bit stressed out after the safety car, but let's say he just took that win because he deserved 100%. And also I gave my opinions about let's say Lando Norris. It was just a standard race for Lando Norris. It was like on a time Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas race, it seems like that, just Piastri dominating and Oscar Piastri dominating and Lando Norris just following, to try actually to follow his pace and to just to finish at the second place and gain all the points for the team. And if he came for the Charles Leclerc, he had an interesting moment with the Max Verstappen. I think there he was right. Maybe the Verstappen fans will be mad with me, but I think definitely Charles Leclerc was so right there, and I think he was on his position and he was coming faster than Max Verstappen. But as you know, on a press conference, he just, let's say, he left early to go to the stewards. I think maybe they will give to him any penalty, just to check it. Do we have any information about that decision of the stewards about the Charles Leclerc? If, as you know, if they gave a penalty to the Charles Leclerc, like he will be, they will definitely give him maybe 1 place penalty, and if they gave him penalty, there is a huge opportunity for the George Russell to be at the podium for this race. But it will be interesting to follow and to wait what kind of decision we will have. And also I want to announce that we will have as always the couple of interviews of the drivers to one video, and for a couple of minutes, and also we'll upload that video on our channel. Just don't forget to like the video, comment it, and subscribe to the channel.